I am Priya, your English teacher speaking. In the last class, we have seen the introduction of Life of Pi, both in Tamil and in English. Today in this class, let us see the text, which I told you the abridged version of the supplementary. I have given you few pictures in the last class according to my imagination. Now, in this class, first I will explain the text and we can move on with the pictures according to our imagination as usual. See here, could you see the title Life of by Jan Martel? This is nothing but the PDF format which I have given you for your reference. I have already told you that there are 100 chapters in Life of Pi, but we have only abridged for version for our supplementary. So let us see how many pages are there. See, this is the first page. You could see both sides, that is on the left side and then right side. The page is divided into two columns. We are going to see in PPT format, so you'll get more number of slides. See here, this is the first page and the picture starts with the second page, and this is the third page, and this is the fourth one, and this is the fifth one, and sixth one, and also the seventh one. Here we are ending the text, and after that in the last page we could see the exercise. Already I have shown you the PDF of the text, that is supplementary. Now let us go into the topic very elaborately. Here is an abridged version of the famous Canadian fantasy adventure novel titled Life of Pi by Jan Martel, published in 2001. The protagonist is Bazain Molita Pai Patel, an Indian boy from Pondicherry. He survives 227 days after a shipwreck while stranded on the lifeboat in the Pacific Ocean with the Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. It is the abridged version and it is a Canadian fantasy novel by Jan Martel. We have seen enough introduction already. I think that it brought him who to Jan Martel the Booker Prize in 2002, this novel. Isn't it? It is an biography. So he lived for, here is a total description about his experience, Pi's experience of about 227 days in the Pacific Ocean. See, they have given the picture in the text. Here the boat is alone, and not even the boat, the human being Pi is alone. In the boat we are having few animals with the Bengal tiger. We can see that in detail when we proceed into the lesson. And I was alone and orphaned. Here the lesson start as a biography. So I here is Pi. Pi was alone and orphaned in the middle of the Pacific, hanging onto an oar. An adult tiger in front of me, shark beneath me, a storm raging about me. Had I considered my prospect in the light of reason, I surely would have given up and let go of the oar, hoping that I might drown before being eaten. But I don't recall that I had a single thought during those first minutes of relative safety. I don't even notice daybreak. I held on to the oar. I just held on. God only knows why. He was saying that he has been orphaned, left alone without any one's support in the middle of a very big sea. He was just hanging onto the oar. See what are the calamities he is facing. There was a tiger, storm, and then shark. All the three powerful things are surrounded around him to attack, but nothing did anything to Pi. He was still alive. He was saying that not even I could notice the daybreak. He says that he did not even notice the daybreak. He was just holding on to the oar and says, only God knows the reason for his survival. He is very, very suspicious that whether he was. The elements allowed me to go on loving. What all the things he was saying as elements, that Richard Parker, the tiger, waves, and then shark are the elements he referred here. The lifeboat did not sink. That great, huge ship wreck, but his lifeboat did not sink. Richard Parker kept out of sight. He did not notice Richard Parker. The shark prowled but did not attack. The waves splashed me but did not pull me off. All these reasons made him to say that only God knows the thing for my survival, reason for my survival. He was saying for these three reasons. I watched the ship as it disappeared with much bulbing and belching. See, burping and belching. Burping means very great sound. Belching means emission of air. When a thing is sucked inside, the gap will be filled with a great emission of air. The two sounds mixed, and he could not bear the sound while he was hearing, and he at the same time he could not imagine the thing, because his father, mother, brother, and his whole property was in ship. Totally everything got into the ocean. Lights flickered and went out, and I looked about for my family. He was searching for the family, for survivors, for another lifeboat, for anything that might bring me hope. Actually, first he searched for his family, and he searched for any one of the survivors, and at least a lifeboat he was searching. He could not find anything there. There was nothing, only rain, mourning, and waves of black ocean and flotsam. Flotsam means remaining of the ship of tragedy. The darkness melted away from the sky. The rain stopped. I could not stay in the position I was in forever. I was so cold. My neck was sore, was paining from holding up my head and from all the craning I had been doing. My back hurt from leaning against the lifebuoy, and I need to be higher up if I were to see lifeboats. Just like he was in the lifebuoy, he want to higher up. He want to just pull himself a little bit higher to see whether there was a possibility of any other survival from the wreck. Next para. See here, in the morning I could not move. I was pinned by weakness to the tarpaulin. Even thinking was exhausting. I applied myself to thinking straight. At length, as slowly as a caravan of camels crossing the desert, some thought came together. Because of his weakness, he was imagining that in that imagination he was seeking the help of some person. The some person he was thinking about the things, what all the things could help him. In that he could see the camel and then desert and the people coming together, like that he was having some kind of imagination so that he could be rescued by someone. In that sense, in the rescuing sense, in somebody will rescue him, in that sense he was just imagining, because of totally because of his weakness. I thought of sustenance for the first time. For the first time he was thinking of the sustenance. I had not had a drop to drink or a bit to eat or a minute of sleep in the 3 days. Sustenance. I thought support. Sustenance means support for the first time. First time he was thinking if anybody could support, it will be a great thing for me, he was thinking. I had not had a drop to drink or bite to eat or a minute of sleep in 3 days. Finding this obvious, very clear explanation for my weakness brought me a little strength. Actually, he was thinking that what made me this kind of situation or why I am very weak. He was in a great confusion whether he became very ill, like that he was thinking. But actually, what nothing was the reason. He did not eat anything for the past 3 days. He did not sleep and he did not even drink a drop. That made him weak. This is the reason he analyzed himself and he consoled that it is not at all a illness, it is a weakness. He thought. Richard Parker was still on board. In fact, he was directly beneath me. In the last para, he said that he is not at all weak, he is not at all ill, it is all because of the past 3 days of fasting. So he analyzed himself and come to the conclusion that the only weakness on his part is fasting. If at all he could get anything to eat, he'll soon recover. That is the thing he finally come to the conclusion. And at the same time, he want to believe one thing. Incredible that such a thing should need consent to be true. Incredible, unbelievable that such a thing should need consent. Give permission to be true. He is making his mind to believe that he was living with the animals. But it was only after much deliberation, deliberation was done on purpose, upon assessment means estimating various mental items and point of view, that I concluded that it was not a dream or a delusion or a misplaced memory or a fancy or any other such falsity. It is not at all a dream, delusion, misplaced memory, and fancy. It is not at all a false. It is the real thing. He was living with the tiger, but a solid true thing witnessed while in weak and highly agitated, in irritated state. The truth of it would be confirmed as soon as I felt well enough to investigate. How I had failed to notice for 2.5 days a 450-pound Bengal tiger in a lifeboat 26 feet long was a conundrum. Conundrum means puzzle, that he could not guess how he was living with that tiger for the past 2.5. See here, this is the second page. Till now we have seen the first page of the supplementary. Hereafter I will be posting the videos continuously for your understanding. So today let me stop with this. We can see in the next class. Thank you. See here, this is the second page. Till now we have seen the first page of the supplementary. Hereafter I will be posting the videos continuously for your understanding. So today let me stop with this. We can see in the next class. Thank you.